Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront Updates. In this video I wanted to give you my impressions of CHEWBACCA in Star Wars Battlefront 2. And I have to say that so far my feelings about Chewie is a little bit mixed, because I feel like he can actually be really good in heroes versus villains, but I struggle a lot to use him in Galactic Assault. All the times I've used him so far I only get 2 or 3 kills and then I usually die. I can't really figure out why that is, but it feels like he has a too high time to kill, because you gotta charge up the bowcaster, and if you don't it takes 3 or 4 shots to kill someone, at least if it's a heavy trooper, and at that point you will pretty much have lost half your health already. So if you manage to use his charge slam properly against some enemies, it might work pretty well and you'll get a couple of kills, but that also means that you will take a lot of damage. And I feel like the only time where his bowcaster is actually effective is whenever you use the Furious Bowcaster ability, because at that point you can actually kill people really fast and you won't lose half your health trying to do so. But when your abilities are on cooldown, I feel very handicapped whenever I use CHEWBACCA, and unless you charge up your bowcaster before you go around the corner, you will have a very hard time not losing a lot of health. In heroes versus villains, however, I like him a little bit more, because it's not as chaotic and you can be a little bit more tactical, because every life usually has one big fight, and at that point I will shock the enemies so they can't move, use the Furious Bowcaster to just do a lot of damage in a short amount of time, and I can also use the Charge Slam to knock them down, further disabling them. And I think that's probably one of the things that makes heroes versus villains better for him, that there's not a lot of long range fights. You face off against a lot of lightsaber wielders, and if you face off against blaster heroes it's usually on short range. And it's on the long range where Chewie really struggles, because none of his abilities will really help out at long range, and the bowcaster can hit people from a long range, but a normal blaster will be more effective at most points, and that's why he struggles so much in Galactic Assault. Don't get me wrong, if you get into the perfect position you can do really good with him. And I'm sure there are some people who have mastered him better than I have, but in my personal opinion I just like to pick him in heroes versus villains and not in Galactic Assault for the reasons I brought up in this video. And I think some things that could make him a little bit more deadly would be if they made his standard bowcaster, when you don't have the Furious Bowcaster, a little bit more powerful. Maybe it could fire 3 bolts at once, like the normal Wookiee Warrior's bowcaster does, because it almost feels like the Wookiee Warrior's bowcaster is better than Chewie's at some points, although Chewie has more health and better abilities of course. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Chewie in Battlefront 2. I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Do you like him? Do you dislike him? And what's your favorite part about him? Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.